You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly show for video games, movies, TV shows, comics, tech news, and more. Sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes. Now your hosts, Cody Pennick, Samantha Cross, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of the Nerd Overload, the pop and geek culture show that covers everything from the A-Team to the Zoo Crew. I'm Josh.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Cody.
We have a great show for you this week. Thank you for tuning in. Got a bunch of news here to talk about, but before we do that, as always, let's talk about some things we've been checking out.
Oh, I'm going first?
You're going first.
Let's see. iZombie's been back. I've been watching that. It's still really, really good.
Cool.
I didn't talk about that last week, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay, good. Yeah, it continues to be just as good as it was last season. This episode, she ate the brains of a racist old man.
Oh.
And had the mannerisms of a racist old man.
Oh, man.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Like, every time she'd get up, she'd, like, grab her hip like it hurt, like an old man.
That's cool.
She told Clive, the detective that she works with, who's the black guy, that he was one of the good ones.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then he's like, I'm going to go in the other room and pretend you didn't just say that to me.
Jeez.
I've never watched the show, but does he know her condition?
No. He thinks that she's a psychic, not a zombie.
Oh, jeez.
Because it's ideally the same thing. She gets visions from the people whose brains she eats, so it's the same as like getting a psychic's vision.
Right.
Although you think eventually he'd be like, why is she always acting weird?
But no, I'm glad that's good. Yeah, the first season was great. So,
and for those who haven't watched it, I think it's on Netflix now.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not putting it on Hulu, since like all the other CW shows are.
I think
yes, but yeah, the Hulu gets the current stuff. Every time a new season of a CW show starts, they put up the last season on Netflix that day.
Gotcha.
Hulu,
all right.
Hulu gets a rotation of the last 5 episodes that aired.
That's right. Yep. Okay.
And then Netflix gets the whole last season.
And I think Rose McIver deserves some sort of Emmy, some sort of TV award, because her comedic acting is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
She's taking on a different personality every week and nails it every time.
Yeah. She really deserves something.
Other than that, I started playing the new Chibi Robo Ziplash.
Yeah, is it any good?
It's a lot better than I expected. I didn't think I would like it and just picked it up to kill some time real quick. Mm-hmm. Because Samantha bought it because she's a big Chibi Robo fan.
Oh, okay.
And I ended up playing it for a good couple hours.
Really? Wow.
I mean, it's not incredibly difficult, but it's just a relaxing platformer.
Oh,
that's
I
cool.
remember the old one.
It's nothing like the old ones.
Really?
The old ones were like time management and resource management, weird games. This one's just a platformer.
Okay.
So like maybe like a Kirby game.
Okay.
But he's got his little plug and he can whip it around. It's kind of like cute Castlevania. It's probably
Cuteslevania.
Cuteslevania. It's probably the closest we'll get to a Castlevania game.
Probably.
A good one anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, Konami's not even going to make games anymore.
No, they're too busy making pachinko machines.
Yeah.
One's based on Big Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
I know.
Or the erotically charged Castlevania pachinko machine. I forget why it was called that, but that's how they described it. I don't know what that means.
God, Konami.
Or how it pertains to Castlevania.
Because Konami sucks.
Yeah, they really
I remember back in like the 90s, they were kind of like a powerhouse.
Oh yeah, they were one of the
good ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How the mighty have fallen.
It was like Capcom, Konami, and like, I don't know, Hudson maybe were like the big 3 Japanese developers.
Of like the PlayStation era.
Yeah. And then, well, I'd have to say Capcom, Konami, and Square Enix.
Square Enix, yeah.
Well, just Squaresoft back in.
Yeah.
Enix wasn't really doing much.
No.
Until Square kind of sucked them in and made Square Enix.
Pushing out Dragon Quests.
Yeah, and we weren't getting most of them.
Yeah. Still aren't.
Yeah.
Though I did read something that there's like a movement, I guess. They're trying to like get older Dragon Quests like brought here.
Oh yeah, there's several remakes that have come out for 3DS that we didn't get. At least 2.
Yeah, they're. I've been following the Dragon Quest VII because that's really the only one that I've really delved into. That's the one with like you start with the little island and it ends up like time travel, make the whole world kind of pop back up. Yeah, I love that game, and there is a 3DS remake of it, and they're talking about translating it. But
I think
that's the best.
It depends on how well this game, the Dragon Quest Heroes that just came out last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on how well that does.
Okay.
Which it's been reviewing pretty well. It's got like an 80 on Metacritic.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, somehow I liked their page. I don't know how, but I've been getting updates like crazy about it. It's nuts.
It looks good. It's apparently a lot like Hyrule Warriors, but I've heard it's better than Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Which it should. There's a lot more going on that would fit that style of gameplay than there is in Zelda, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, did you hear Skull Kid from Majora's Mask is going to be a free DLC for the Hyrule Warriors?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if you have both versions of the game. It's like one of those...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. So you have the DS one and the Wii U one?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of dumb.
Well, it makes you buy the 3DS
it does.
one.
It does. Skull Kid is cool, though.
Yeah. Like his giant attack is like the moon comes crashing down onto like the enemy squads.
You can do that with a regular hook shot in Hyrule Warriors. If you get the power up for the hook shot that lasts a certain amount of time, you can pull down the moon at any time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Smash people with it.
Cool.
All the attacks in that game are like things from Zelda ratcheted up like by 10, 20 times.
Well, they had to, yeah.
Yeah. But that's about all I've had time to do.
Okay. Well, I'll get mine out of the way quick. I haven't had time to really do anything. I've watched... I did watch a couple episodes of the old X-Men animated series. The ones from the 90s.
Great show.
Oh, you have no idea. I love it because it's... I loved it as a kid because I thought it was great. It's really not. Like, it's a lot of talking and a lot of using the mutants using their powers in ways that do not directly harm other people or things.
Unless it's a robot.
A lot of robots getting cut in half by Wolverine, but a lot of like grabbing each other's hand and like pushing them back and forth, like tug of war, grappling. Yeah, like Wolverine will run in, go snicked bub, pop his claws, and then like arm wrestle Sabretooth. That's about the extent of it.
I remember in an episode, Wolverine opening a can of soda with his claws.
Yeah.
Like just popping out one claw and just... Psst.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And I mean, I forgot Beast was like off the team for almost the entire first season.
Yeah, he was in jail.
He's in jail. Yeah.
And then he's like, at the same time, he's like trying to do something political.
Yeah, he was a political prisoner, basically.
Yeah. But I mean, it was good. And some of the overacting on that show was just outstanding. It really was. I'm not going to do it here because it's going to blow out the mics, but I'm going to insert in Professor X screaming. It's the funniest thing you'll ever hear. It is just...
I now bind the Phoenix with the power of...
Some reason, like whenever I think about the X-Men cartoon, a couple things come to mind. The story arc in the Savage Land when Magneto and Professor X are running around together.
Yeah, they're just tooling around in the wilderness for like 7 episodes.
Yeah, and like Professor X can walk because his psychic powers are tied to his legs.
For reasons.
Well, if you're like the world's most powerful psychic, I guess I gotta handicap you somehow.
Well, I mean, if you can mind control everyone else to go get you stuff, why do you need to get up to get things out of the fridge? You know.
Plus, he gets that sweet hover chair.
Yeah.
And then Storm's like when she goes to like do something with the weather, she always like makes like some weird like almost like an incantation.
Oh no, her like storms heed my cry.
I know, right?
I am Storm, master of the elements. Oh. How about the scenes when she's like trapped underneath like a boulder and her claustrophobia kicks in?
Oh, I know.
And she just starts flailing around and freaking out. I'm trapped in here. I know. It's amazing. It's oh god. Oh,
wide open spaces. What was that from?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
it sounds familiar.
Say Hey Arnold. Was that an episode of Hey Arnold where somebody had claustrophobia?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. It's from something.
Seriously, like in Hey Arnold, there were times like they fit in like strangely weird like actual things.
Like adult problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helga's alcoholic mother that is just, well, she's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, God, I loved the X-Men cartoon. And then when like, because I was watching like the Spider-Man series like concurrently, and like when they'd cross over, I'm like, ah.
Oh, yeah. If you love the X-Men animated series, do not watch the 5th season because the animation takes a hard dip.
No.
And that show wasn't expertly animated to begin with.
No.
But it gets real bad. I can remember one in particular, the episode where they highlighted Cannonball.
Yeah.
It was in the 5th season. And, like, all of their faces were off model. And, like, there was no shading on any of the characters. It was just flat coloring. It was just the worst.
Do you remember, you want to talk about bad animation, do you remember the Iron Man cartoon?
Yeah, I own it. Yes, I'm aware. It's real bad. Although, I give them props for bringing in the West Coast Avengers on that show.
Yeah.
Because that's Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch and... It wasn't Wonder Man, was it? No, it wasn't Wonder Man.
No.
War Machine.
Yeah.
War Machine voiced by... what's his name from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Uncle Phil.
Oh, the Shredder?
Yeah, the Shredder.
I always like the coloring in the X-Men cartoon. It's like very bright.
Oh, yeah.
Really almost neon for everything. It's really cool looking.
The 90s X-Men looked very 80s.
Yeah.
But, too bad that Captain America series they tried to do never got off the ground.
Yeah. Although...
Pretty much all they did was an opening.
They did an opening, and I mean, it was going to be set in World War II, and I don't know if it would have captured the imagination of children as much.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been awesome, but
from a comic book fan standpoint.
Yeah.
There's a lot of heavy issues around World War II also that you can't...
Plus, they probably couldn't, replay it in Germany.
Yeah.
They don't...
And they lose out on all that German money.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Like, seriously.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that's really all I've done.
I actually had a pretty busy week. I actually left my house and took a trip down to the Ohio Renaissance Festival.
Hey, all right.
I love going to the Renaissance Festival. It's like my favorite thing to do.
I wanted to go this year, but I probably missed my opportunity.
There's 2 weekends left. This weekend and next weekend.
Then I've missed my opportunity.
But yeah, this is the first year with the new owners. There are a lot of places that got fresh coats of paint.
Cool.
So it looked good. They built some new structures, which was kind of weird. They put a pizza place inside.
Nice. Ye old pizza.
Pretty much, honestly.
Excellent.
It was kind of nice though, because the way they built the pizza place, it's like they got the pizza counter, and then you move over, and then you can get your soda counter, and then the counter next to that is the alcohol counter, which is always busy.
Oh, I'm sure. It's the Ren Fair. Of course it is.
Sir Donato's.
Sir
Donato's pizza.
But, no.
Knights of the round flavored crust.
Knights of the Round Pie.
Yes.
But no, it smelled really good. I didn't get any, but it smelled really good. But it was kind of nice, though, because they built that. The one food booth that is always super busy, they kind of split the crowd up a little bit, so it was a little easier to get in and get the food.
Oh, cool.
Because I always get the bread bowls, and I love them. They're delicious.
Do they still have giant turkey legs?
Yeah. You got to walk to the other side of the place for it, but
I mean, you gotta have those at the Ren Fair.
I don't care for the turkey leg.
I don't really either.
Aside the fact that it's
staple.
not really turkey. It's ham, shaped like a turkey leg.
Oh, really?
It's red meat, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why Steph doesn't eat it. She hates ham.
I love ham. Hot mouthful of ham.
Call back to earlier episodes.
Up at the Ren Fair with a hot mouthful of ham.
Did you get yourself a flagon of mead, though?
No, I didn't drink. I didn't drink at all, actually, which is kind of rough because I generally always get at least like a cup of beer or something. But I didn't. But
you get Ren Fair tipsy.
Dude, there are some people.
Oh,
yeah,
I can imagine.
Yeah, and it's really funny, like when the really ornately costumed people get drunk. Because they're like stumbling around and like they have like a long rapier or something and like it's dragging on the ground. And you're like, oh man. Like I remember one year I went and there was like this older dude, like much older dude, like hitting on all these girls and stuff. I'm like, oh man, he's creeping real hard. It's bad. It's bad.
Sir creeps a lot.
Pretty much. But no, it was a really good time. Busy. God, it's always busy there. But the area is big enough that even though it's super busy, there are a couple little kind of choke points where you kind of get into a little bit of a crowd, but it quickly spans back out and you kind of get everyone off you.
Cool.
During one of the jousts, one guy got dehorsed twice.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of humiliating.
Twice in a row? Like,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
One pass, off his horse. Next pass, off his horse.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't used to like watching the jousts because it was kind of, it wasn't like full contact. It was kind of like a tap. Mm-hmm. But then they brought in like the international like jousting league, and it became a full contact kind of thing.
Cool.
And it started getting great. A couple years ago, there was a double unhorsing, and it was amazing.
A double unhorsing? Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was probably one of the coolest things I've seen.
Excellent.
It's probably way better than medieval times, where
where
the lances just explode.
Well, the lances break on this too. They do, and it's really funny because they'll sell you fragments of broken lances for like $1 or $5 or whatever, depending on the size of the piece.
Wow.
And then they started having like a merchandise booth where you can get like buy videos from like see jousting and stuff, and like T-shirts and whatnot. Like History Channel had a reality show.
Yeah, I remember that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, the guys that were the coaches and the trainers in that are the people who come to the Ohio Renaissance Festival to beat the crap out of each other.
Cool.
Good deal.
But oh god, and they added a bunch of new games to their carnival area because now there's so much. Used to be it was kind of sparse. It was like you had your archery and your knife throwing and whatever. But now you have like a ballista you can shoot.
Sweet.
Yeah. There's the archery, spear throwing, crossbow, all kinds of stuff. I mean, you don't really win anything. You just kind of get to do it.
I mean, yeah, throwing a spear is a reward in and of its own.
Yeah.
I don't know. The ballista looked like a lot of fun. They're like little kids, like trying to aim this giant thing. I was just like, oh man.
Oh, awesome.
But no, that was a good time.
Man.
I recommend that anybody pretty much go at least once.
I want to go.
If you don't have to dress up, just go, just take it in.
I would be that jerk in the Star Trek costume, wandering around.
I'd see here. I saw a Doctor Who.
Of course.
I've seen in past years. I've seen Klingons. I've seen a dude who used to run around as a robot.
I don't know why that's so funny. But
I love it.
Because it's not even like from something. It's just like, I'm a robot. F you.
Pretty much. Steampunkers have been getting real heavy into it.
I'm sure.
They gotta get heavy into everywhere.
Pretty much.
They don't have a thing of their own to go to.
Yeah, they do, just not around here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It was something else. There was this one girl. She was walking in about the same time we were. Full Merida from Brave outfit. Had like the crazy red hair and a bow. It was probably one of the best Merida costumes I've ever seen.
I mean, it fits.
It does. Yeah. It really does. Plus, it was Highland Weekend, which is Scottish themed.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, perfect.
And there's this adorable little girl walking behind her, and I can kind of hear her whispering. And then she's like, "Hi, Merida!" And like, this is the cutest little girl ever. And like, I'm just sitting there like, if I had ovaries, they'd be exploding.
Did she ask you about your fate?
No, she did not.
Okay. You ever want to change your fate? I wish I could do the accent, but I can't do it.
And then, of course, being Highland Weekend, there's the Scottish band called Albanach. They always come. And they're bagpipes and drums. Really cool show. I really like their music, but I hate live bagpipe music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like, it hits... I own their first album, and it's pretty good to listen to. But hearing it live, bagpipes hit that pitch, and it just makes me kind of go...
Yeah.
Anywhere. Like, you go to the Dublin Irish Festival, the same thing will happen.
Was there kilts as far as the eye could see?
Always.
Yeah.
Killed some pirates. But being a Highland Weekend, it was even bigger. But yeah, that was a good time. My other check it out that consumed so much of my time was Star Wars Battlefront beta. I played the crap out of it.
Is it good?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's basically Battlefield with Star Wars, with some changes. Instead of getting like different gadgets you unlock per se, you get these cards you can purchase, and basically your secondary gadgets and whatnot become cooldowns, like your grenade. There's a ability you can activate if you bought it called Ion Shot, and for a temporary period of time, your blast turn blue, and they deal more damage to like gadgets and vehicles and things like that. Shields, if somebody's running around with like a personal shield or something. Grenades are so powerful, it's ridiculous. Like, they're almost like too powerful. And everybody grenade spams the crap out of everything.
I wonder if they'll fix that.
One thing I did read is they're going to tweak the Walker Assault mode, the big 40-person matches with the Imperial Walkers. Because I tell you, it's hard. If you're not on the Empire side, you're probably not going to win. In all the matches I played, we won twice.
Wow.
Wow, man.
It's ridiculous. Now, granted, if you have like people, one of the things that I feel like this game could benefit from is as much as I hate in-game chat, is in-game chat. Like, there's text chat for the PC version anyway, but there's no like voice chat.
Huh. Well, they expect you to get whatever the kids use these days.
I don't know. Like Ventrilo.
Yeah, do they
I was going
use
to say Ventrilo.
I was going to say, do they still use Ventrilo?
I think they use it more than TeamSpeak.
Okay.
Or Skype. I know people use
Yeah.
flat out Skype for it.
But because it does require a lot of teamwork to take the walkers down. Because when you're sitting there, it's basically rush mode like in Battlefield, where you take over these points and you fight over them. But the longer you hold a point, because the walkers are constantly walking.
It's what they do.
It's what they do. It's what they do. And once they reach a certain point, you get pushed back to a new set of objectives. And so basically, you have to, if you're the rebels, you have to control the objective as long as you can, racking up as many Y-wing bombers as you can. And once they hit that point, the bombers will be called in, and they'll be able to, and the walkers will be vulnerable to attack. So everyone will jump on like a stationary gun or a vehicle or something and try to blast the crap out of these walkers. Because they have a crap ton of health. It takes like, basically as soon as the shield, like their personal shields go down or whatever on the walker, you just, all these red blasts start going after them. I was able to play as one of the hero characters once. The token, that's the thing, one of the things I kind of don't like about the game is vehicles and stuff, they're all pickups. You'll see these little blue icons floating around the map. And that's how you can pilot ships or other vehicles and things like that. You got to find this, and you've got like 5 seconds to push the button, or else you lose it. Unless it's like one of the other pickups, like there's like more powerful versions of weapons. Like there's a proximity mine you can pick up and kind of put on the ground. Mm-hmm. There's a weapon. It's seriously the most powerful weapon I've ever seen in the game. It's called the Thermal Imploder. It's a grenade on steroids.
Awesome.
You throw it, and it's nuts. But the game is beautiful. Graphically, it's gorgeous. Now, granted, I was playing on PC, so I don't know if console players can really...
I've heard the console version looks really good, too.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazingly beautiful. It's fun. It's frustrating. Flying is a lot easier than it is in Battlefield. But there were still a lot of people that were way better than me. And it seemed like every time I got like in a TIE fighter, boom, I'm dead. Heroes are ridiculously powerful, but they're supposed to be, I guess. And I think that's why their tokens are a little harder to find. You got to really search the map for them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got to be Darth Vader, and I racked up a body count that was ridiculous.
Nice.
But I have a lot of fun with it. They announced they're going to try to fix the Walker mode before the final release of the game. Mm-hmm. They just announced the season pass is coming, like every game that has one now.
Oh yeah,
of course.
It's like $50 for that season pass.
It's like you're buying a second game.
Exactly.
That's
it's crap.
Yeah,
it is crap. I really hate that the game industry has gotten to this point.
I don't think I've ever bought one.
I bought a season pass for Arkham Origins.
Was it worth it?
I thought it was going to be worth it. Only one thing really came out that I really cared about, and that was the Mr. Freeze story DLC that came out later.
Was that any good?
Was
Yeah,
it
it was
called?
pretty- it was
Was it
pretty
called Ice to See You?
It was called Cold Cold Heart, like the episode from the Batman animated series.
So they did it right.
Yeah, they did it right. And it was pretty good.
Everybody chill.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. I'm being frozen. I'm a scientist. I took the Ice Bucket Challenge seriously.
That took me a minute. But that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad the game's really good. If I were to try this beta, I would make my screen name Texas Ranger and immediately try to find walkers. I would be Imperial Walker, Texas Ranger. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes trying to formulate that joke, so I'm glad it hit. Thank you for laughing.
You got it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could get the ATST walker and run around the map with it. That's fun, and also makes you a huge target. Pretty much as soon as you pop up, everyone's like, "Nope."
I watched the Game Grumps stream it for a while, and it just looked like something that would just make me real mad while I'm playing it.
It can.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, there were times I just crest a hill and I get headshotted by a sniper. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, thanks.
Multiplayer shooters like that, I just get mad at.
Yeah, unfortunately, the whole game's pretty much multiplayer.
I don't-
They've even said there's no single player story.
Oh wow. I don't know why Splatoon doesn't make me enraged. I don't know.
Because it's fun and the mechanic's different.
Yeah, it's colorful and
It's not so much about killing other people.
Yeah.
It's about territory control.
Oh, it doesn't stop me from getting mad though.
You're really competitive.
A little. Yeah, I can be.
Yeah, you can. I mean, we play HeroClix and you get mad.
Not usually.
Sometimes.
Once I got mad, okay?
It was just the one time, I swear.
Yeah.
I'll get better. I can change.
Well, there were extenuating circumstances.
I know.
That.
It was $30 to play.
It was a lot. To show up and drop a lot of money to become in last place. That made me a little. Yes. Okay. All right. You win. Are you happy?
No, I'm not.
All right. Well, hey, let's go ahead and take a break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about some news. Woo! Nerd Overload is sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes. MB Subculture is the one-stop shop for all your geeky needs, from comics and collectibles to unique custom costumes, masks, makeup, and more. MB Subculture is located at 127 South Sandusky Avenue in downtown Bucyrus, 419-562-0404, and online at subcultureoh.com.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Oh, that was Tequila,
Yeah, it was Tequila.
which is what you just heard. You probably couldn't tell when it switched from the song to me singing the song, because I did such a good job. Anyway, we're back and we're going to talk about some news.
Yeah, we played Tequila because Pee Wee Herman is going to be on Gotham.
By the way, that song was by the Champs.
Oh, do we want to do this intro over again?
No.
No? Okay, awesome. Yeah,
It was so bad we have to keep it in.
we have to keep going. We have to push through. No, Paul Reubens is going to be on the Gotham series. He's going to be playing the Penguin's long-lost dad, which is kind of cool. Yeah, again, because he originated the role in Batman Returns. Yeah, a role that was created for the movie.
Which I didn't even realize that was him.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I watched the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at kind of not being recognized.
Yeah, especially in early movies before Pee-wee, because that was done. No, it was done like immediately after Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but it was before the TV series, I think. Batman Returns was.
92.
Because remember, Tim Burton directed Big Adventure, and then I think he went from that to Returns, and then Pee-wee's Playhouse aired.
Okay.
Maybe 6 months later or something like that.
Yeah.
It was something really close.
Also,
there.
he's in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie.
He is.
He's the best character in it.
Has that one scene in Blues Brothers. Remember, he was
Yeah.
the waiter.
Yeah. He's in I think he's in a couple. I know he's in at least one Cheech and Chong movie.
Probably.
He's like a hotel concierge or whatever.
Yeah.
He's in the new Minecraft story mode game.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's the bad guy in it, and I didn't even recognize it was him till the end credits.
Huh. Well,
Also, I meant to talk about that. I might check it out. It's not that great.
Oh. Oh, bummer.
Maybe I'll get that next week.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's actually been doing a lot of voiceover work lately. He was Batmite in Batman Brave and the Bold,
He was
the
great as
cartoon.
Batmite.
He was great. Yeah. But anyways, we're not talking about Batman Brave and the Bold. We're talking about Gotham.
The not good Batman franchise.
Yeah. Have you guys watched any of that?
I watched the first episode. I've been meaning to go back and watch the whole first season again because they talked about bringing the Court of Owls in for season 2. And
That's the worst idea.
Yeah.
That's real bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's real bad. Especially with no Batman.
Yeah.
But no,
Which
I guess
means you got to talk about the Graysons and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you have to talk about the Graysons if you do
The Court of Owls.
The Court of Owls.
Why did they decide to do a Batman show without Batman?
I don't know, and they've written themselves into a corner because of it.
And now they're like kind of maybe bringing the Joker in. It's craziness.
Yeah, he's like an 18-year-old kid that is pretty much the Joker, I guess, kinda. And Barbara Gordon Sr., Gordon's wife, is in Arkham. She's like crazy and like killed her parents.
Okay.
And Gordon just straight up murdered a dude.
After all the steps he went to in the first season
to not kill a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He asks. He was like demoted to a uniform cop.
Oh, he's a beat cop?
For a while in season 1, and he went to the Penguin saying, "Hey, you have some influence. I saved your life. Can you make me a detective again?" And Penguin goes, "Yeah, sure. You just got to do one thing for me. You have to rough up this guy, for me that was doing something." And Gordon just kills him. Commissioner Gordon, the number 2 most
good character
in Gotham City, right behind Batman, just killed a guy
Nice.
when he didn't have to.
Gotham is a terrible show.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
I was thinking about watching it on Netflix, but now I don't think I will.
And I guess Bullock doesn't. He's not a cop anymore. He owns a bar.
He's Guy Gardner now?
Pretty much. Only lame. Although Donald Logue's a good actor, so
No, I do like him. I do like him as an actor a lot.
But it's bad. It's real bad.
I hated Gotham the first time around, and I'm probably gonna have to hate watch it.
You're gonna have to. I recommend everyone hate watch Gotham.
But I don't want to give him my views. I don't want to go like, hey, here's some money.
But I already hate watch Once Upon a Time.
You have to let the hate flow through you.
Do it.
Perfect. But no, just think. I recommend everyone hate watch it because if it's gotten this crazy between season 1 and season 2, just think how far they can go.
They'll find a machine and it'll age Bruce up, so he can actually match the ages of his villains.
Yeah, how are they going to do that?
Well, Alfred's dad is the Doctor.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, it is true. And he looks like...
I know, right? Put a wig on him?
Put a curly-haired wig on him, and he looks just like... What's his name? Pertwee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Petrie.
Pertwee.
Yeah, I can never say his name.
Petrie is from Land
Before
Before Time.
Anyway.
Yeah. But no, Paul Reubens is going to be on Gotham. That's going to be cool.
It's a nice kind of a throwback, like Mark Hamill being on The Flash as the Trickster.
Yeah.
Which he's coming back as the Trickster.
He is coming back for that. That is cool. And I mean, we've seen Penguin's mom, Carol Kane.
Yeah.
And she was, acting out of her head in that one. She got to play like crazy old woman, which was awesome, which she's very good at. But yeah, it's good.
Gotham is just a big bunch of crap.
Gotham's
End
garbage,
of story.
but Paul
Reubens is awesome.
And he's going to be in the Pee-wee Herman movie for Netflix coming up soon. So this might be kind of a cross kind of.
Seriously, that dude has not aged. It's weird.
He has.
Yeah, he's a lot. When he does Pee-wee, he has a lot of makeup on.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Quite a bit.
But it's still, he looks like Pee-wee.
Yeah.
The secret word is Gotham is crap.
Scream real loud. No, that sounded like Barney.
Wow. That was almost a Kermit.
That sounded like Barney from The Simpsons. Hey, zombie.
That's pretty good.
No, I can't do Pee-wee. I wish I could.
Pee-wee's Playhouse, where Paul Reubens is replaced with Barney from The Simpsons. Barney's Playhouse.
And Zombie's replaced by Mo.
Oh my god, headcanon accepted.
What's going on there, Pee-wee? Oh, God.
Mechalika, screw you.
Bart is Randy.
He is Randy, yeah. Randy?
Who's Cowboy Curtis?
Dr. Hibbert.
See, I was going to say Carl. Lenny and Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because they're in the
why
bar.
can't it be both? They're both Cowboy Curtis.
It makes more sense for it to be Carl.
Yeah. Yeah, Lenny would be Captain...
Oh, yeah.
Captain... No, was it Captain Curtis? No, Cowboy Curtis, and it was Captain Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl would be Captain Carl.
Yeah.
I think Homer would be the king of cartoons.
Yeah.
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 We should tweet Matt Groening. Make it happen.
Yeah. Yep. We've just written an episode of Simpsons. Done.
It'll be the best one all season.
Yeah.
Checks in the mail.
Anything was better than the season opener was.
Oh, was it bad?
Oh, it was real bad. It was the one where they get divorced and, Lena Dunham was on it. It was just the biggest pile of garbage I've ever seen.
Did they get back together at the end?
Well, it turns out it was all a dream that Homer had and a dream that Marge had that was actually a tattoo on Lena Dunham's character on Girls' back. Let that sink in for a minute.
Why, Simpsons? Why? Why did Futurama get canceled for this crap?
What?
It was a dream that Homer had within a dream that Marge had that was actually a tattoo on Lena Dunham's character in Girls' back.
How can a tattoo be a dream?
I don't know. It just ends on a still, like the still from the last scene in The Simpsons is on her back, and she's showing it to Adam Driver's character in Girls.
Dumb. That's...
Although, weirdly enough, the second episode of the season is actually pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good at least. Wow,
It took a deep dive and pulled out of it.
It was one of the worst Simpsons episodes I've ever seen in my life. And then
Wow.
next week, it was okay.
Okay by comparison, or just all right?
It was just an okay episode.
Okay, well, that's good at least.
Homer bought a smoker instead of a washing machine.
Oh, okay.
They probably needed the washing machine, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Homer goes, should I do what I should do or what everybody knows I'm going to do?
That's a good joke. That's funny, yeah. Okay, well, moving on from that.
Hey, do you like toys?
Sure, we all do.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember toys about guys riding dinosaurs that shot missiles?
Absolutely.
No. Sorry, I guess I'll leave.
The toy franchise Dino-Riders is getting a movie, apparently.
Yeah, from what I hear, Mattel has decided to take a page out of the Hasbro book and try to launch one of their, modernize one of their 80s cartoon characters. But no, they're gonna try to cash in on that Transformers, train. Yeah. Well, you know what? Hey, dinosaurs. People riding dinosaurs with laser guns. I mean, I'll watch it. That sounds awesome.
I hope it is the craziest thing.
Yeah, I don't see how they can't do that tongue-in-cheek and make it kind of work that way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they'd not make it tongue-in-cheek. I mean,
Yeah.
a serious Dino-Rider movie would not
God,
work.
No!
It's called Dino-Riders, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's about a toy that was so designed for boys in the 80s, it's ridiculous.
Yep. And the cartoon only lasted 14 episodes.
Yeah, I think I read something about that.
It's like a half season. That's it.
That's so weird that they're pulling from such obscure,
That's like somebody making a Brave Star movie.
That would be awesome, though.
It would be great. It'd be amazing.
Man.
Like a Battletoads movie.
That would be good too.
Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Perfect.
Did we talk about that last week too?
We might have.
I think we did when we were talking about Street Sharks. It's like a Street Sharks movie.
That would be good. Yeah.
SWAT Cats. SWAT
SWAT
Cats movie.
Cats would be awesome.
SWAT Cats
man.
would be awesome.
Yeah. I watched the heck out of some SWAT Cats.
That was a cool show.
Yeah.
It was a very cool show.
Probably doesn't hold up.
God, no.
Yeah.
God, no. Most of those shows don't hold up.
No, definitely not.
Very few.
Yeah, but I can understand why they're doing the Dino-Riders now with the popularity of
Jurassic World.
Yeah. They're like, gotta get some dinosaurs on the screen.
Yeah.
That aren't part of a franchise that already exists within a movie thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, I kind of hope it's like a movie version of the Far Cry Blood Dragon game.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Because that it was so over the top and ridiculous, and the colors were just popped everywhere. I want Dino-Riders to be that.
Yeah. I just hope it succeeds so we can get one step closer to Centurion's Power Extreme, the live-action movie.
Ronin Warriors.
Ronin Warriors would be good.
I'll bet that He-Man movie they're doing is going to be real bad.
Yeah.
From the concept art I've seen, it's they don't get it. They're
Yeah.
trying to make it like a barbarian movie. No.
So what you're
He-Man's-
telling me is the old Masters of the Universe movie was better?
Are you kidding? That movie's great.
It is. It's so great it's terrible. I mean, it's so terrible it's great.
It's both. It goes both ways.
I know. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I always remember like thinking about that little cosmic keytar thing or whatever.
yeah.
he uses. For some reason, looking at it, it kind of reminded me of like the cylinder from the game Kerplunk
Yeah, it does. You're right. Yeah.
I love that game.
with the marbles and little sticks.
Yeah.
I used to play the crap out of that game.
Yeah, the Keytar, that Gwildor,
Yeah.
the movie character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played by Billy Barty,
Really?
from UHF. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now you know.
Yeah, knowing is half the battle. Wait, wrong franchise.
Wish they'd make a good movie of that.
Yeah. Speaking of things, movies.
Speaking of things they should make good movies of, Fantastic Four film rights.
Yeah.
May be reverting back to
it's
Marvel.
a rumor.
It's
yeah.
a rumor.
It's a rumor right now.
Yeah. Can't stress that enough. But yeah. I guess Fox has made a deal with Marvel Studios. Fox wants to make a couple of TV series based off of obscure X-Men characters. They want the television rights for X-Men back. They haven't had it since the X-Men animated series went off the air. Actually, technically, they haven't had it since that failed pilot for New Mutants or Generation X.
I was gonna say, that was like a mini series. It was on for like a week.
It's one episode.
Really? Because I thought there was more.
It was one episode. Yes.
Oh
But-
my God, they want to do X-Men Gotham, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
the two shows that they want to do is one's called Hellfire and the other is called Legion. Those are both obscure enough characters and teams from X-Men. Hellfire is like the evil mansion of Professor X school, but bad. And Legion is a super powerful, like reality altering mutant, possible son of Professor X, who has schizophrenia, and each personality, or he's multiple personality, not schizophrenia, and each personality has a different power. And he's been a villain for most of his career. It's going to be bad. Those shows are, but good thing that comes out of it. In order to get the TV rights, apparently Fox has given the film rights of Fantastic Four and all of their
Ancillary
characters back to Marvel Studios.
We may finally get a good Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, I don't care about Fantastic Four.
I know. I just care about the characters.
Doctor
Dr.
Doom,
Doom.
Doctor
Yeah.
Doom.
Dr. Doom, Galactus, Silver Surfer, and the Skrulls.
Yes.
Those are the characters that I'm most interested in.
Maybe Mole Man, too.
Maybe Mole Man. Yeah.
He'll pop up on S.H.I.E.L.D.
The
or something.
MCU needs Doctor Doom, though. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he is aside the fact that he is one of my favorite comic book villains of all time. One, he looks cool. He is cool. God, he's the king of his own freaking country, for God's sake. It always plays that diplomatic immunity card
Yes.
whenever he's super villain.
Yeah. He has equal parts. He's a science villain. He's a magic villain. He does both.
Yeah. He's
And-
like Iron Man Loki.
Yeah, and by having him at Marvel Studios, they could actually do the despotic ruler of his country, Iron Man armor using magic character. They can pull in all the parts where with they couldn't with when they were fractured out to different studios. I think it's great if it's true. If it's true,
I hope it's true so much.
I can see it being true after how bad Fantastic Four bombs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could be like, I could see like Marvel going like, hey, I mean, I know you tried. We'll give you this money, and you can do this if we can have these guys back.
Yeah,
it's they're fantasy league and trading their players.
I was gonna say they're like kids with action figures.
Yeah,
kind of.
I'll take one of your guys if you take, if you give me one of your guys.
Yeah, pretty much. I just hope it works out. I'm excited for it, and the rumor also said that one of the Marvel Studios, when they did their big, huge, all laid out the next 5 years worth of movies, there were 3 unnamed Marvel movie slots kind of in the schedule.
Yeah.
And they're saying that Fantastic Four is fitting the one set for 2020.
Also, the fact that the other 2 are also not the sequel to Ant-Man because they announced that one separately.
Right.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yep.
Which we all knew was coming.
Which we knew was coming and got pushed up, but it means that Captain Marvel is getting pushed back.
That stinks.
It does stink.
Yeah.
That really does stink.
I'm worried that by the time Captain Marvel comes out, the superhero movie bubble will have more or less kind of burst or petered down a lot.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, look at that. It didn't do good because it's female superhero.
Yeah. I could see their reasoning behind it, though, because the second Ant-Man movie is going to be called Ant-Man and the Wasp, and they're making the Wasp the first female superhero headlining or at least co-headlining a Marvel movie, and I think they're kind of testing the waters to see how a female, at least partially led film goes before jumping headfirst into with Captain Marvel.
It's kind of funny when you think about it. Like in the concept art of the original Avengers movie, the Wasp was supposed to be there.
Yeah, she was, and they decided at the last minute to
Black Widow
and try to, because they felt they needed more background to build up the Wasp character, because it's easier to swallow badass super spy than it is size changing maybe mutant kind of.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous that they feel like they have to test the water. You're probably right.
It seems ridiculous at first, but how many female-led superhero movies has there been?
How many? Yeah, not many. And how many good ones?
There's been a lot of really good female-led just movies lately.
There have been,
really good.
But how many of them have come from Marvel Studios or have been? The only one I can think of is Catwoman and Elektra,
which are both terrible movies.
They were both terrible movies, not because they were female-led, but just because they were just
bad
movies. And I could see studios being a little gun-shy about it. So if they want to be a little cautious on this, okay, that's fine. One of the other rumors that came out of this, there's a rumor that Moon Knight is going to be backdoor piloted into his own series on Netflix. He's going to pop up somewhere in the Netflix Marvel shows, and I think this is a good fit for him.
I've always liked Moon Knight as a character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's basically the Marvel's answer to Batman.
Yeah, he really is. He's no powers, just he wears all white instead of all black, and he thinks he hears the voice of an Egyptian god.
Yep, he cray.
He is crazy. Yeah, he's insane. But I think I think it works.
I've always liked Moon Knight.
Yep, and I think he works better on Netflix because one, they can get away with more violence and action, and two, if they put him into a movie right away, he's going to ultimately get compared to Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I like the character, I don't know if he can hold up.
No.
He's not the strongest when it
No, he's not even like a. I wouldn't even say he's a B tier Marvel character. I mean, he floats in. He gets his own story of from here and there, but for the most part, unless you're like a super comic fan, you've never heard of Moon Knight.
Most people haven't, and he did just have a comic run, but his runs usually last 12 issues.
Yeah,
it's lucky. Lucky.
Most of the time, he's thrown into other books.
Yeah,
like Daredevil versus Moon Knight and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a nice. If it is true, it'll be good because it pads out the Netflix MCU stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they're they're trying to do some of these backdoor pilot things. That's what Punisher is.
Yeah.
Very much so for season 2 of Daredevil.
Did you see that trailer they released for
I haven't
season
seen
2?
I haven't seen it yet.
You see like the back of Punisher for like 2 seconds, and you see the woman playing Elektra like putting on a red mask.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I still like the guy they cast for Punisher, that guy from Walking Dead. That was a good, that was a good call.
Was it John? Is it John?
John Cena.
No,
It was John
You
Cena.
can't see him.
You didn't see him coming. You didn't see that, but Sam did the John Cena hand thing in his face.
It's sad that I know what that is.
I think everybody kind of knows what it is. I mean, he did it in the stupid Pebbles commercials.
Speaking of John Cena, this has nothing to do with anything. I was going through my phone looking at old photos because I cleaned out a bunch of photos on my phone, and I just save weird, stupid stuff because someday it's going to be funny when I send it in a text. And there was a picture. It's John Cena in a purple T-shirt doing the hand thing over his face on one side, and on the other side, it's Big the Cat doing the exact same, like staring at his hand thing, and it's like the exact same pose. It's great. I'll show it to you guys after
Big
the
the
show,
Cat.
but it's great. Froggy.
I was about to do it.
Oh, God. One of the worst Sonic characters ever.
Or best.
That makes me sad. A good Sonic thing hasn't come out in a very long time.
Or ever. No.
Hey.
No, that's not true. There's some good Sonic games. Just not very many.
Certainly not in the last
15 years.
something like that. Yeah. Hey, I really liked Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, I like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. They're all right.
Yeah, they were all right.
That's about the best you can do with Sonic these days. They were all right.
Yeah.
Sonic Colors was pretty good.
I never played it.
It was all right.
Perfect.
So was Generations. It was okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh,
game.
this one was okay. All right.
Yeah. It was almost good.
Another little bit of weird Marvel news. Bryan Cranston, made famous from his roles in Malcolm in the Middle or Breaking Bad.
Also a little show called Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard about it. It's pretty obscure.
Voiced his desire to play a Marvel villain by the name of Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, he originally said that he wanted to be in a Marvel movie if they created a villain for him. And then when they said, when someone asked him, if they didn't create a character for you, who would you like to be? And he said Mr. Sinister, who's an X-Men villain. And yeah, I mean, it's a good fit. Why not?
Not just an X-Men villain, a really creepy X-Men villain.
Yeah, to be honest, Sinister, he's a character I know almost nothing about. I know he's like immortal.
Isn't he blue? He's like a blue guy?
Well, he looks like a vampire, but he's not.
Oh.
Yeah, he wears like a blue costume, but he has a white face with a widow's peak and like red eyes.
Black lips.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the animated series a lot.
He's been in a couple of them.
Yeah, really obsessed. Really has a thing for like
the Summers genes.
The future children of Scott Summers and, and Jean Grey. Like has a real into that.
Yeah, he's all the time trying to steal her DNA and clone something. Mm-hmm. But also he's got a weird connection to Apocalypse too.
And Cable.
Yeah. Well, Cable's part of the Apocalypse storyline.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good fit if he brings some of the stuff he did as Heisenberg on
like
Breaking
the later
Bad.
season stuff, where he's definitely more like the villain.
Mm-hmm. And he can chew scenery like the best of them.
Oh, I know, right?
After he already had done Broke Bad.
Yeah. So yeah, sure. I mean,
he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Oh no, I love him.
He's a good addition to anything.
Yeah. So why not?
Yeah,
Bryan Cranston, what the heck? Why not?
Yeah,
I got our approval.
Yeah,
I loved him in Godzilla.
Yeah, he was really good
for the
Godzilla.
5 minutes he was in it.
Yeah.
God, those trailers were so misleading.
They incredibly so. Yes. Yeah.
I still like that movie way more than I thought I was gonna.
Oh, did you see they officially announced there's going to be that Godzilla versus King Kong?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We ran an article on it.
We did
months ago.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
But now they've officially said it's happening.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Months ago. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the show for the week. Thank you all for tuning in. You've been listening to Nerd Overload. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
If you like Facebook and you like likes, You can find us at facebook.com/Nerd Overload website.
If you like Twitter and you like making tweets, you can tweet at us at nerd_overload, or you can send us emails at staff@nerdoverload.com.
And it works this time, we promise.
I think.
No, it works. We got it.
The gremlins have been cleared out.
They have. They certainly have. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot for listening, and we will be back next week.
Pizza out.
This show was sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes.